Okay, so I'm gonna make a spaghetti squash fritter, I guess is kind of what I'm gonna try. I haven't done this before, so I'm gonna try it. This is spaghetti squash. I made this a couple of days ago. You can Google how to make it, but essentially it's the spaghetti squash that looks, it's the squash that looks about the size of a melon. So it's big yellow, looks like a melon, it's in the vegetable aisle. You microwave it for about 5 to 8 minutes. When you get it, you first poke it so that it doesn't explode in your microwave. And then you microwave it just like you would do a potato for like 5 to 8 minutes. When you bring it out, you cut it lengthwise all the way around so that you have 2 halves. You're gonna flip those over. You're gonna put some olive oil, some salt and pepper, rub it inside, flip it over and cook it for 45 minutes at 350. When you're done, you're gonna scoop it out and it's gonna look like spaghetti noodles. The spaghetti squash has a sweet kind of texture to it, so it's really good. You can put pasta sauce on top of it. You can eat it just like this with salt and pepper, but today I'm going to get a little creative because I'm kind of had enough of just the spaghetti squash itself. So I'm going to take a couple of spoonfuls. And I'll send you a video of how to cook this the next time I do it. It's pretty easy, and you can actually eat it right out of the melon itself if you want to. So, I don't know, this is probably about, let's say, 4 to 6 ounces maybe of spaghetti squash. I'm gonna crack an egg in it. Don't freak out. It's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese, so maybe like a tablespoon of that. And then I'm gonna put in a little bit of like marbled jack cheese. And basically this is kind of creating like a bonding agent or whatever. Now, if you're on a clean diet, if you're clean eating, this really doesn't work because it's processed cheese, but you get the point. So I'm gonna then mix this up real good. So essentially, if you think about it, I'm kind of creating like a pancake. No. Well, it's a fritter, I think. I don't know. I'm going to call it a fritter. So I got to put this down for a second. So basically, we're going to mix it all up so that when I stick it in the pan and it starts to cook, it'll kind of bond together. Okay, so now it's all mixed up and yucky looking, but it's going to be freaking delicious. We're going to put, there's that freaking chocolate tequila again. God, it's everywhere. So I'm going to put a little bit of Olivia oil in the pan, maybe like a tablespoon. We'll heat that up real good. My pan is a little side heavy. I have that problem sometimes myself. So we're gonna want the olive oil to heat up pretty good. I would use olive oil. Coconut oil is kind of all the rage right now, but it burns really fast, so sometimes it's not really good for some cooking, although it's healthier oil, and you can certainly try it, but sometimes it's a little bit of a problem with stuff like this. And olive oil isn't too bad. So now I'm just going to take this whole bowl full of stuff that I just mixed up into the olive oil, and I'm going to squish it around. And essentially that egg is going to cook and the cheese is going to melt. And the olive oil should help it from sticking. So probably, what, 4 minutes on each side, probably? And I like a lot of spice. So I'm going to sprinkle some garlic salt on that. And maybe... well, when I put this down, I'll probably do like a little bit of black pepper and salt. So you see it's kind of like acting like a pancake or like an omelet, I suppose. Now, I have no idea how this is going to taste. You're only going to end up getting this video if it tastes good. But you see it's starting to kind of act like an omelet. You can smell the cheese melting a little bit, which you have to be a little bit careful of because that'll kind of stick to the bottom of the pan if you're not careful. But, so anyway, this I'm going to eat with some grilled steak. So we grilled some steak the other night. I'll just warm that up and put it over, but obviously, ideally, you would eat that fresh. So I'm going to hit stop, and like I said, if it's yummy, I'll send it to you.